హలో ఆల్, వెల్కమ్ టు అవర్ ఛానల్. ఈరోజు మనతో ఒక బ్యూటిఫుల్ హీరోయిన్ ఉన్నారు. ఆమె ఎవరంటే అవికా గోర్. చిన్నారి పెళ్లి కూతురుతో స్టార్ట్ అయ్యి ఉయ్యాలా జంపాలా, సినిమా చూపిస్తామా వంటి ఎన్నో సూపర్ హిట్ సినిమాలతో మనం పరిచయమైన ఆమె ఇప్పుడు 10th క్లాస్ డైరీస్ అంటూ ఒక కొత్త కాన్సెప్ట్తో మన ముందుకు రాబోతున్నారు. ఆ సినిమా ఎలా వచ్చింది, దాని విశేషాలు ఏంటో ఆవిడని అడిగి తెలుసుకుంటాం. హాయ్.
Hi,
హౌ ఆర్ యూ?
very good. Thank you for this lovely introduction.
థ్యాంక్ యూ. People always remember you as Anandi.
And I'm glad. I really like that people still call me Anandi after 14, 13 years now. And I think I'm lucky that I receive this kind of love.
Yes, actually. Currently, we need to talk about 10th class diaries. 10th class diaries title was so refreshing. First time ఆ టైటిల్ విన్నప్పుడు మీ రియాక్షన్ ఏంటి?
I wanted to know what happens in the movie because there are a lot of Hindi movies also, Telugu movies also that the one liner is a reunion. But what? Why? What happens with the characters? Why is this one so interesting? So I wanted to know all of that, and when they narrated it to me, I was happy. At the end, there is something that moved in me because this is a very emotional film, and at the same time, it's funny. It's very, very funny. So this combination is very different. So I was very excited to be a part of it.
సో 10th క్లాస్ డైరీస్ అంటే 10th క్లాస్ అంటే లైఫ్లో అందరికీ చాలా స్పెషల్. మీ 10th క్లాస్లో మీకు స్పెషల్ మూమెంట్స్ ఏంటి?
I think my 10th was the most memorable one because I was doing a show called Sasural Silmarka in Hindi. I was also shooting for Uyala Jampala in Amlapuram. So every 2 weeks I was in Mumbai and then I was coming here by road going to Amlapuram. So my 10th was, I remember in Amlapuram because Virenchi, our director, was new. Everybody, Raj Tarun, everybody was new. So nobody knew that, we could do prompting or anything. So I had to mug up all my dialogues, and I was also studying at the same time. I remember my exams were there, prelims were there, and my mom was sitting next to me. She's like, "To dialogues kar, and then you study. Are you not getting confused?" I said, "I am. I need rest." So my 10th was like really busy, and I loved it. I really like, even then I scored like decent percentage, and my parents were like, "After doing so much, if you can do this much, good." Like I remember skipping chapters because I did not have time.
You don't have time actually. You're busy in shooting.
I was traveling like night full travel and then again going back shooting. So it was busy, and I will always remember my 10th class.
Then you used to study when the shoot gap.
Yeah, I used to, and I remember that my assistant director, Nani, at that point, now he's become a director and all. But he used to come to me and he used to ask me, "Are you done studying? Can we just focus on the dialogues now?" So stuff like this used to happen, and it was fun. And those moments are, I'm sure, never coming back. So I'm going to appreciate them.
Apart from this, there are small crushes and love stories in your 10th classes. Do you have any?
Did I
love
have
story?
any time? Did I have any time to even sleep? So no, nothing happened like that in 10th class. Unfortunately, my life was very busy and boring.
Busy and boring.
Yeah.
So how many days you went to school in 10th class?
I went to school. I don't know. I had to. I mean, it was 10th.
You managed both parallelly.
So even before 10th, when I was working and doing my TV serials and everything, I used to go to school and then go for my shoots. So school was a compulsory. Like in my house, my parents were very strict. So they told me, if you don't go to school, no acting. So I had to choose. So I chose going to school.
So 10th class diaries, while shooting the 10th class diaries, do you have any memorable moments like?
There are many 10th class diaries. We did a lot of outdoor shoot like Chikmagalur and all, and I really enjoy the whole feel of an outdoor shoot. And in the beginning, of course, when I started my career, I used to travel with my parents, my mom or dad, anybody used to be there. But on this particular schedule, I was alone. And not even once I felt uncomfortable or scared or anything because the team was so good. They used to like really take care of me, and it was a nice place to be. Chikmagalur is beautiful, and this movie has actually been shot in Sri Lanka, US, Rajahmundry, all these beautiful places. And yeah, I got to be a part of the Chikmagalur schedule, and I was very, very, very excited.
So we need to talk about our captain of the ship director. Though his debut film, he had previous experience as DOP. Garudavega Anji. Tell something about him and his working
I think so. a good director, you understand when he's a good director, when he's very clear with his intentions or what he wants in the shot. And our director, Mr. Ranji, is exactly like that. He knows what he wants. He has his clarity, and because he's a DOP himself,
Yeah.
he knows what has to be done where. So with a lot of clarity, we got to shoot this. There were no extra shots taken, no time waste, nothing. It was like very fast and very quick, and the whole process was very interesting. Like, I remember going to the sets, and the first day itself we were shooting for a trekking sequence, and he just told me, just walk and just come there and just celebrate that you have climbed something. And I wanted to know more, what happens next. I want to know exactly. So he explained the entire thing, and then I understood that whatever he's saying, I just need to follow. He knows what he's doing. So yeah, I built that trust on the first day itself. I trusted him completely, and then I was like, whatever he's saying, I'll do it. And it worked. It actually works. When an actor is always trusting the director, it becomes easy.
Yeah.
There's no conflict, there is no confusion, nothing. So it was a very easy process to work with him, and he's a very comfortable director. He's very. I remember him telling me that please don't mind on the set if I'm angry with somebody, I'll scream and all of that. Please don't mind. And I said, just go for it. You're doing your job, and it's okay. So it was really comfortable working.
So, what's your character name in this film?
Chandni. My
Chandni.
character name is Chandni, and as you saw the teaser, the trailer, everybody is mentioning about Chandni, and everybody wants to know what happens to Chandni. Where is she? What is she doing? And even I want to know. So watch.
Actually, the teaser was very nice and hitting a million views in the YouTube.
Yeah, I mean, I think it happens only when the audience is there supporting. It
Yeah.
doesn't happen without the support. And all my movies that I've done have been so different from one another, like Uyala Jampala or Ekirti Potavchinar, very different genres, very different kinds of movies. And this one is also very different. I haven't done, and especially with like 40 actors on board. Like, this movie has a lot of actors.
Cast and crew is also very high.
Yeah, so I've not done like an assemble like that. So this project is very different for me, and I'm really looking forward to the support from the audience, because they've always loved me in whatever I do.
Yeah.
Even when I was fat, they loved me. Even when I lost weight, they loved me. So my audience has been very loyal, and I really, I'm very grateful that I have that kind of audience that still call me Anandi. So it really melts my heart. And this movie, I really want everybody to go and watch it, in the theaters and all, because this is after a very long time that we are back to theaters, and we need that support. So yeah.
Actually, what is the difference between Anandi and Chandni?
Oh, a lot of difference. A lot of difference. Anandi got to do a lot that a girl dreams of or wants to do. But obviously, she also had a lot of restrictions. But after a point, she could do what she wanted to, because she grew up in a certain way. She was brought up in a certain way. Here, Chandni has limitations, and what that you have to watch. But at the same time, Chandni is very positive, very nice, and I think that is the similarity between all the characters that I have played. They're supposed to be like you start liking them.
Yeah.
So that is what Chandni is.
And what difference between Chandni and Avika then? Is there any resemblance? Coincidence like?
I think the only similarity would be both of them have curly hair.
Curly hair.
But that is it. Other than that, the characters are very different. Like, when I was shooting for the trekking sequence and all of that, I was thinking, if it was me, I wouldn't have ever gone for a trek. I would just go and sleep. So that's the biggest difference that me and Chandni have. I'm very, very lazy. But yeah, there are a lot of sequences in the movie. When you watch, you will know that it is. I wouldn't say that I would want this to happen to me. I don't.
Yeah.
When you watch the movie, you will not feel like I want to be this, because she's going through so much. And I think that difference should be there.
You know what? You're raising expectations on the movie.
I'm glad I want to do that, because people have always expected that out of me. Whatever movie I choose, people know that there will be some meaning to it. Like, for example, when I did Net, when I did Bro, everybody wanted to see why I picked that project, because again, new director, again, everything was new again. But still people wanted to see what happens. Why is Avika doing this? There should be a good reason, and I think the reason is that I'm really being very choosy with my scripts, and I'm really very proud of it.
Actually, I had a question like most of the heroines own do this OTT movies, but you even doing OTT and itself again you are doing in large screen movies. What was the reason behind? You have any particular reason like?
I want to do movies. I want to do scripts. I want to work on projects that are good projects. It doesn't matter if it is a OTT or a theater or a TV serial. I've come from TV serials and I'm very proud of it, right? So for me, the platform, it does matter, but not as much as a script matters. So if it is a good script, I'm even open for doing a Telugu serial. I don't mind. The point is if the script is strong, and I really believe that nowadays our audience is very smart. They do not appreciate bad scripts. They will not take the dancing around and just looking pretty. They will not take that. They want good content, and I think that also happens more on OTT, because OTT, when a person is making a project for OTT, they are more daring. I really think that a net movie, when Z5 did it, I don't think anybody would have dared to make a project like that. It's a very, very conservative society that we live in, and topics like that should come out, and it can happen on OTT, right? So I think it's like a good debate that we can continue for hours.
Hours and hours.
But I really believe that I would want to experiment, and it could be Telugu movies, it could be Hindi movies, it could be Punjabi, it could be a Kazakhstan movie that I'm working on. So it could be anything and everything. Just a good script is what attracts me.
But you got succeeded.
I think it's the blessings. It's all the love that people give me, because it's not possible. It sometimes also feels unbelievable.
Yeah.
It's not possible at 24 sitting here doing have had a 15 years experience with so much success. It doesn't seem possible.
Yes.
So I'm aware of it, and I'm really I'm really grateful, and I live every day with that utmost dedication, because for me, I believe that I should not take anything for granted. The love I receive, I don't take that for granted, because I remember having this conversation with somebody from my family, and they asked me, why did you want to lose weight? People loved you anyway.
Yeah.
And it struck me that why did I want to? And the answer was that people expect something nice out of me, and if I can do something extra, maybe just work hard, look my best, I think I should do that. I should not take their love for granted, and that's the reason every day of my life I still work hard to make myself worthy of that love. And I really believe that people should keep supporting me the way they do, because they really like me, and
They
I
always
like
love
that.
you. Actually, they always love you, and the love constantly increasing day by day.
Happy.
Actually.
I'm really happy, and yeah, like you mentioned, it's increasing constantly. I have seen it.
Yeah.
Like there are so many people who say things like, we don't watch TV, but since the time you started doing movies and the kind of movies you're doing, we are very proud of you. It is a big stepping stone for me if I've gathered audience like that, and with the experimental phase that I am in, like I'm doing everything and different kinds of movies.
So actually, you're doing all kind of movies, like all genres. Like you're doing commercial movies, experimental movies, and every kind of movies. What is there any reason behind that?
Because I choose scripts, and I really think that the right kind of scripts that come to me is what I'm choosing. So I really think that people want to see good content nowadays. I love watching good stories, good concepts, good writing. So I choose that, and I think that is why I choose different kinds of movies, different genres of movies. And as an actor, you also like challenges. You don't want to do the same thing again and again. So that's why I keep experimenting with a lot of drama, romance, sometimes horror, sometimes comedy. So I like it.
Actually, you did it all this. Uyala Jampala, like a village girl.
Yeah.
Studious girl in cinema Jubistamama, and horror kind of things in Rajugari Gadi too. And you did it all kind of variations.
Yeah, and I think that's the fun. That's where I get a chance to show what all I'm capable of. Like now, I remember during the lockdown, I was approached for a lot of series and a lot of movies and stuff, and I was surprised because the characters that I was approached for were like action characters and all, and I never thought people looked at me like that. But after losing weight and all, people actually thought that maybe I can pull this off, maybe I can do this. So, when I offered that, in two people, that now I can experiment, now I can do different things, is when I actually was approached for different things. That's how Net happened. That's how Bro happened. That's how these amazing, crazy, different concepts happened. And I think that also gives me the confidence to even make movies, right? When I talk about my production, I think that confidence comes when people believe in you, when people watch and like what you do. It gives you confidence that maybe you can make a movie of your own. Maybe you have a script, and I think that's exactly what happened with me. My directors came up to me with amazing scripts, and they just said, "Why don't you just produce?" And I didn't see any flaw in it. I thought that was a great plan, and we went ahead with it. And now, very proudly, I can mention that two of my movies are completely shot, and now the post production part is going on. And I think that happens when the industry shows support, and also the audience. So that is like a big support that I continuously have.
Definitely, it will continue forever.
Thank you.
So coming to this movie, and you worked your co-actor, you have worked beside Sriram Garu, and he's also an actor from long time. How's your working experience with?
Amazing. I did not get a chance to work with him like throughout the movie because the story is such. But whatever time we spent together, I understood that there is a lot of experience that comes along with it.
Yeah.
And he has done some amazing movies in his career, and it was a very proud feeling that finally I've got a chance to work with somebody who I can learn from. And it's amazing to have somebody around you who is so intelligent. At the same time, he's very well read, very
Yeah.
well spoken. So it was definitely a delight to work with him.
And also forever handsome. He's constantly maintaining the same look since last time.
It's amazing. It's crazy how people do that, because like I do have to work hard, and I don't understand how people do it, and it's crazy.
Till now, the four wrong songs got released, and four are huge hit. What is your favorite song from this album?
Hmm.
Even I know that. What's your favorite song?
I think Puravada is something that I really, it's a very pleasant kind of a song, so I really like that personally. And if I talk about the visuals, then I think the trekking song, Egire, it just blew my mind, because when I was shooting for it, I didn't see the shots. I don't have the habit of seeing the monitor after the shot is done. I don't. So when I saw it finally, I was amazed. The way it looks, Chikmagalur is beautiful. It's, I think, visuals. I think I'll always remember that song. And I also want to mention, when we talk about the songs, like I mentioned about the support that I received from the audience and the industry during the song releases and everything. Rana launched one of the songs. Sriya Saran did. Naga Chaitanya did. Vikram K. Kumar. So everybody that I know, it was very easy for me to approach them to do this, and I'm very grateful that this is the kind of support I received.
Yes.
And not even once I had to think before asking, because I just knew they would do it for me.
Yes.
And that support is something that makes me very proud of the fact of being in this industry. I have worked in so many different languages and all of that, but the unity that is there here, you don't see it anywhere else. The kind of excitement people have for one another, like the kind of excitement a Raj Tarun or a Nikhil would have for my movies, I don't see that anywhere else. So for me, this is a very like the bonds that I make here in this particular industry it's very, very special.
So everyone will say the same thing about our Telugu film industry.
Exactly. And no, I have not seen anybody saying or doing anything wrong with any of the competitors. It's such a cool competition.
Yeah.
Everybody wants
Healthy
to,
competition, you can call
and,
it as.
and it's amazing. It's rare. It's very rare, and I think it's beautiful. This is how it should be.
So I had a question you worked for all kind of languages like Hindi you did it, and you're doing some Tamil films, and you worked for Telugu, apart from all these industries, what was the differences you have seen throughout your journey? Like the way they treat you, or the shooting spot. On the
I
shooting
think, yeah, on the shooting spot, I think Telugu people are the most organized.
organized.
Like the timings, the way they make sure work is done on time, and I think that efficiency is missing everywhere else. I think these guys are crazy, and I think that is the reason people, love watching a Pushpa or a Bahubali,
Wow.
because they look up to us. As a Telugu industry, they look up to them. So
Entire world is looking into Telugu film industry after Bahubali, and now that's Pushpa, and again there are triple
the
R's
biggest
come.
business
Yeah, even business.
making industry. So why not?
So coming to this producer, we need to speak about him. He's also playing one of the character in this. I heard about.
He's a brilliant actor. Before a producer, let me tell you, Mr. Ramarao is a great actor. He has a brilliant timing sense for comedy and even for serious scenes. He's a very good actor. And when it came to when I was told that he's a producer, interesting. That's such a cool combination of being an actor and the producer. And it was really fun. He made me very comfortable on set. Like he was a very very good producer as well. And because he also is an actor, he knows how it is supposed to be done and how comfortable it is supposed to be. So he did a pretty well job as a producer, and I would love to work with him again.
Okay. So there is there any particular scene that you have taken more takes, or like?
I think the trekking. They made me walk too much. They made me climb mountains so much. I actually, by the end of the days, I used to be like, it's like walking Mount Everest for some reason. It's just not ending. And so people see in the shots, it's just one time coming up. But when we do retakes, we do a lot of time coming up.
Come, walk.
It's again and again, and I am not fond of working out so much. So for me, it was very tiring. And all other scenes, like happy scenes, crying scenes, all of that was fine. But trekking, it's not easy. Hats off to people who love doing it.
So we can play a small segment.
Okay.
Now I'll explain you the concept.
Done.
Never ever ever. I hope you know it actually.
I have an idea of something, like you give me a situation and
I'll
if
ask
I have.
you that. You ever did it or not?
Got it.
So,
Done.
okay, done. So here is the slide for you, and I'll ask you some few questions. If you have did it, I have, and if you never did it, I never.
Okay, done.
Okay, done.
And do I have to like explain it?
If you want, you can.
Okay, let's see.
Okay, let's start the round. Never have I ever. So your first question is, ever regret working in any movie? Seriously?
Never. I'm very proud of all the movies that I've done because I've been very careful choosing them. I don't do the movie until I'm very confident about the story. So never.
Ever drunk dial or drunk text to anyone or your ex?
I only drink Bonvita.
Compliment. You ever had a crush on your friend's boyfriend?
Friend's boyfriend? No. Not at all.
Not at all.
I mean, it could have been other way around, that people have crushed on me and I ran away from the situation, but I didn't.
You need. Okay.
All my answers are never till now. How boring. Huh?
Okay. Ever loved your lecturer? Lecturer.
No. That's so wrong.
Oh.
No.
You ever stole money from your father's pocket?
2 days back. If he's watching it, he's going to kill me. I think he knows that I do it.
But he never.
Because he just knows that money is always missing. So he doesn't say anything. But now I think he will. Shit.
Okay. You ever fight on road?
Oh yeah, I have. So again, it was my fault. Let me first make it very clear. It was my fault. I was I recently got my license and I was very excited for driving, and I was doing all of that. And I remember driving and there was somebody on the cycle and he just came in. And in Mumbai, people don't think, they just cross. And I just touched him thoda sa, and he created like a ruckus that he's hurt and all of that because he recognized me. He's like, "Aap aise kaise kar sakte ho? You are Anandi." And I just touched him. So that was like a big fight that happened, but it technically was my fault. And after that, I didn't drive. I was too scared. Now I don't drive.
Okay. Ever bunk the class and being a team leader?
Do not do that. Do not try these stunts without professional assistance. You need a professional bunker, then do it.
Professional bunker like Anandi.
I used to bunker a lot. Like my reasons were like I have to go for an annual dance performance practice, and I'm the choreographer, so I have to go. And this was fourth stand.
Oh.
So I used to bunk with random reasons. I just love bunking.
You ever praised your hero whom you are working with about his movie which you don't like?
Not praise. I've actually like.
Yeah, you said that I like that movie. Which you don't like?
I've actually told them very clearly that I did not like it. You were so bad. I've been honest that way. So no, I haven't lied or pretended to like it. I've been very honest. Like my co-actors hate me for these reasons that I'm over honest.
You ever lied in this interview?
No. Was I supposed to?
No, actually.
Not till now. Now I'm thinking. Now I might. No, I think I don't lie. The problem is that I'm very transparent that when I think people like that about me. I remember people coming up to me and they're like, "We like the way you are, just be like that."
Okay, that Anandi is very open. See, I used to call you Anandi all the time,
like
actually.
it. No problem.
You're very open, and that's the reason why people got.
What to do?
What to do? You are most of the use never.
No, there were. I have also.
Very less. Very less.
So I'm a good girl that means.
You're a good girl, actually.
Good.
So, just we conclude with a small rapid fire, actually.
Oh, love it. Let's go. I love rapid fires.
But you have to be much traffic.
Done. I am excited. I'm very good with rapid fire. I love it.
I'll ask you a few questions about our Tollywood heroes, star heroes, and you want to tell about what you strike when you think about them.
Got it.
Audit? Done. First question, like Chiranjeevi garu.
He's a legend. I would love to meet him.
Balakrishna garu.
I would love to do one of his movies. Yeah, I would love to. That's going to be an experiment.
Prabhas garu.
What do I say? People love him. Everybody is crazy for him.
Mahesh Babu.
Handsome. So handsome.
Junior NTR.
I really wish someday I get a chance to dance with him.
Allu Arjun garu.
Style. Nothing, nobody can beat his style.
Okay, I'll ask you the one repetitive question everyone used to ask you. I hope you get it.
I know the question. Yeah.
So, pick one, Nikhil or Raj Tarun. You know how many interviews you people is constantly asking you the same question.
So,
Don't be too diplomatic.
see, both of them are my 3 a.m. friends. That means if I'm ever in any kind of a problem, they will be like the first people to call. But then I'll need 2 phones to call both of them because I can't choose whom to call first. So can't choose whom to select first. So I will be a little smart and I will say Kalyan Dev.
Kalyan Dev. I also said that don't be too diplomatic.
So I'm not choosing between both of them. I'm not saying I want to choose both. I'm just choosing somebody else.
Okay, Vijay Devarkonda.
He is, I think, very, very talented, and I think I would want to see him in different kinds of movies. I'm very excited to see his career graph now.
So, Power Star Pawan Kalyan.
His movie is outright. I'm waiting to go and watch it in like the single screen theaters. That craze is something that I want to watch.
So, you're very rapid and
I am. I'm so good with this.
So, actually, coming to a 10th class diaries, please say something about your movies. Why to watch your movie on theaters?
So I think 10th Class Diaries is a movie that will make you laugh, make you cry, make you feel, like make you remember about your 10th class, your friends, people you were close to, and also make you feel sad because you're going to miss them. So there is a lot of emotions that is there in this movie, and especially to my fans, I want you guys to watch it because you haven't really seen this side of me. This is different, and when I say different, I really mean it. So it's going to be very interesting as a project for me. The music is good, the writer, the editor, everybody has done such amazing job being a part of this movie. As a team, as a whole, I know that this movie is going to be loved, and I'm sure that you guys would want to be a part of it by watching it. So please do.
Definitely, I wish this movie would
Thank
be
you.
biggest success in your career.
Thank you so much.
All the best.
Thank you.